All right, Coach, I'm going to start off strong. I'm going to ask you, your son is now playing in NBA Summer League. How proud are you to see him playing in the league now?
Man, super proud. Just as a father, as a parent, just watching him with a ball in his hands at 2 years old. I remember just coming home from practices, and by the time I got to the house, he was already at the door with his backpack and his ball and his sneakers and begging me to go back to the gym. So it doesn't surprise me as far as his work ethic. He just always had the passion for basketball. But to see and, hear his name be called on draft night, it was just one of those memories that we will get to share from, for a lifetime. So, just a proud papa like any parent, just seeing their kid being able to achieve their dream, one of their dreams.
I love that for you. And, what's it going to be like to potentially coach against him?
Well, I told him that I'm employed by the Raptors and I got to keep my job. So even though he's my son, I love him. Like, we're going to probably box and one him, triangle two, press him, It'll be fun. I think Coach Nurse even said, I don't think AG is going to have to scout that game. But, just to see him with that uniform on and being there, I can't imagine how that's going to feel.
I imagine it's probably a dad's dream to be in that situation where you have to coach against your son. But let's talk about the Raptors. What do you like from this group that you've seen so far in this Summer League team?
I think I just love our defensive tenacity, just the way that we're getting after guys, forcing turnovers. That's our staple. That's our blueprint. That's our formula for our success. Like we don't do a lot of complicated stuff all the time, but the things that we do very well. And I thought we really got after it. Especially in the first game, we kind of took a hit. They got back in the game, and I thought we kept our composure in the second half with our defense. So, I'm a defensive guy, so I'm always looking on that end of the court. But the guys been playing well. They play unselfishly on the offensive end, and we just get ready for tomorrow.
Armani has really stood out, as well as Delano has stood out. Unfortunately, Champagny, he's going to be out for the rest of Summer League. But has there been anybody else that's been catching your eye in terms of like individual standout practices or performances?
I think all the guys that you mentioned have been been great, and I like what all our young guys, like what Harp is doing. I love what Christian is doing. He's long, he's a rim protector. Protecting the paint is such a huge factor in our defensive schemes. And offensively, the way he's screening and rolling into the front of the rim. So he brings that dynamic that, we probably don't have someone with his length and his size in the last couple years. So it's good to have that type of versatility from our bigs. And, Armani played well. And it's not always about making shots, but I thought he gave great effort in the defensive end as well. So we look at it all. I think Delano has done a great job with his pace and leading the team. I think that's one of the things that, the Summer League provides opportunity to guys to kind of hone their skills. And with him, just seeing how he's running the team and he's being more vocal, and he's the leader out here. So it's good to see these guys kind of groom themselves and get themselves in a better position for next season.
Well, first of all, it is loud in here because the guys are, they're playing some competitive game over there. But outside of the stat sheet, what shows up, is there anything that you're looking for in terms of intangibles that, that will raise a player's, I don't want to say value, but, value in your mind?
Well, I think there's just something to be said about just playing hard. We have a lot of schemes sometimes. We do a lot of different things on the offensive end, but sometimes you just got to figure it out with your ball pressure, your hard work, just playing extremely hard on both ends of the floor, and good things happen. I was able to play 9 years in the NBA. I definitely wasn't as skilled as these guys, but you figure out how to help the team win. It could be diving on the floor, getting loose balls, deflections, offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding. So you help the team function well, just good things happen.
What have you liked from Coach Gleason so far in this head coach role?
Well, it's just great to see, obviously Coach Gleason is well-traveled. tremendous coach in the Australian League, and it's good to see and some of his philosophies coming over. I think he's done a great job in our practices, holding guys accountable. Our practices have been hard practices, attention to detail, and just it's fun to see guys get opportunity because you work hard, all year round during the regular season, and like Coach Nurse is. I can't say enough about him. He's always putting his coaches in a position to get better, to develop. And I think this is a great opportunity for Coach Gleason and all of us to get back out here and get better, not just for the players, but, just get better as a coaching staff.
Do you think that your son's going to have a better NBA career than you?
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't shoot like him. And, I found ways to stay on the court, but offensively he has the skill, and the game has changed. He shoots the three at a high level, and that's where the game has been trending. It was more pounded inside when I played, and there was not a lot of emphasis on as much on the three-point shooting as it is now. But he's bigger, he's more athletic, and I think the number one thing is he learned. He listens. He wants to learn, right? He's after every game, he calls me and says, "Hey, Dad, what did you see?" So that just speaks, volumes to him as far as learning that early to be a pro and to ask questions and talk to the veteran guys and as your coaches and watching film. It's just the little nuances that keep you around a long time. So I think he has it, and I think he's going to have a long career in the NBA.